Can we at least see what you look like
He
without
lives.
your helmet on?
Ah, Estinien, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
Oh, hey there, Ace-Valgar. The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds. And full glad am I to hear of this.
You have my gratitude, Heavensward. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Then our alliance hath served its purpose. Which means he's gonna go away. Thou didst wield the power I granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine eye which earned thee victory. Time for him to go back to Zenith, I guess. I wish thy companion its swift recovery. Fare you well, children of man. That's a beautiful sunrise, or sunset, depending on how you look at it, to go with it. And
The
as for
battle
us,
is won. We can do no more for Estinien now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Heavensward did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
yeah, we're gonna have to get around all that now, because they dropped a pillar in... Nidhogg dropped a pillar in our path. He dropped a stupid pillar in our path. And for those of us fortunate enough to actually be here, Alphanode, through the haze of pain, I swear I sensed. But no, the past is done, and we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinien survives the ordeal. Me too. So, yeah. But we're not done yet. There's still more quests to do. Like Heroes of the Hour, for instance. Alphanode seems distracted. Plain and simple. Your battle with Nidhogg's Shade will beget many an epic ballad, Matthias. And rightly so. It was without a doubt one of your more epical victories. Though I must admit that I took a greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. Oh, I only wish it were true. And not only for your own sake. Had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinien's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia and beg news of his condition. You mean Rook Alistair was here with me for this ordeal? Oh man. Brother, you and I have a story to tell. And it's all recorded on YouTube for all to see. 4 hours after it started. 4 hours after it started. Just take me home, man. Just take me home. Hey, Lucia. Matthias, Master Alphanode, my honored friends. As if winning Heavensward to our cause were not enough, you took it upon yourself to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. The true saviors of the day were Matthias and Estinien. One triumphed over Nidhogg's Shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinien, what news of his recovery? The Azure Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary where he now resides under the care of a hospitalier captain. I am told he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinien's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely... Yeah, let's turn the camera around. Sir Emmerich is never alone from Estinien's bedside and will send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmont and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Matthias, 'twould seem we are awaited at Fulton Manor. Yeah, let's go ahead and pay them a visit too. Yeah, and it will not end with them. There will be more for us to do. Yeah, you definitely picked the right time to do that there, Anime. And I'm glad you were so vocal with your support. I could not ask for a more stalwart ally. I truly could not ask for a more vocal and stalwart ally. It's like if this was like me playing a game of soccer and this was in a major stadium, like I would be FC Barcelona and you would be my 100,000 cheering fans in their stadium. Your voice was like 100,000 to me tonight. Gentlemen?
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
There's always more time for you, you're still young.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you.
Yeah, there we go.
And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
But did anyone
My Lord's
notice?
command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
What are you doing in chainmail as well there, Onawa? Like, you're not a fighter. At least not to my knowledge you are.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions.
Don't we know it?
Chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Always focused on what he does.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Well, you can certainly enjoy more of the mustache in the Heavensward Let's Play that I started about this time last year, because, yeah, we're close to 1 full year now of Heavensward being launched. We almost reached that point in time. Now we're coming up on Heavensward's 1-year anniversary of its launch. Alright, back to the Forgotten Night. Yeah, over 4 hours later, and my voice is fading. My voice is fading 4 hours after this started, because I did not expect it would take this long. I mean, the battles against Nidhogg alone were as long as the rest of the stream before that. Sir Emmerich? Matthias, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphinaud. Ah, he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Estinien's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Hraesvelgr's trial and all that followed. Estinien is blessed to have such devoted comrades. Indeed. And so, the final story of this quest in patch 3.3 belongs to you there, Sir Emmerich, with Litany of Peace. Emmerich appears lost in nostalgia. My known friendship with Estinien began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. Oh, he was with them for a time? I learned his name soon enough, but Estinien barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained, had fate not seemed to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents and revenge for his younger brother. Oh, he had a brother too? I never knew about that. I would venture that in Alphinaud he sees something out of his lost sibling. And in the ungentle chidings of Estinien, Alphinaud has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinien's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphinaud's affection for him. He is a friend for whom I would gladly... And then... Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary! He is... Tell them I am on my way. Yeah, like, what happens next? Is Sir Emmerich's, torment... Or is Estinien's torment still going on? Quickly, Matthias, we must go to him. So why don't we do that right away? Oh, this is gonna be another one of these. Okay, so I have to... proceed to the infirmary. I guess you guys are just gonna join this journey with me. Oh, he's dead.
Estinien!
So this is what he looks like, without the armor on. Yeah, hey, wake up. Are you crying for me?
Mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinien. If Master Alphinaud thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphinaud. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. It is an honor to share the mantle of Azure Dragoon with one such as you.
Thank you, my brother.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
Yeah, don't cry for me, Ishgard.
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind.
Oh, Anna! Welcome aboard! This is the end of patch 3.3 you're looking at.
Something Nidhogg was not.
After it took me 2 full hours to do the final battle.
Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike.
Yeah, I must have just gone to sunrise or something.
Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, your helmet's still there.
Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
No! You're my brother!
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
Sure. Yeah, let us be on our way. Or shall we?
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Yeah, let's leave Estinien to his slumber. So back to the cathedral.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. "'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic.
That's good to hear.
The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons.
So basically British style.
Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
Which I guess will make sense. Because, yeah, he pretty much did his duty.
Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept.
He was like, do I have to?
And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir.
I hear applause, that's good. Oh, and there's Hraesvelgr and friends.
Prominent
oh, no, wait a
among
minute,
the
that's
many
Nidhogg.
honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace.
Oh, hello there, kitties. Yeah, take me on your back.
The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an Azure Dragoon for a new age.
Well, he does wear the blue cape, but nothing else would give him that distinction. Yeah, that obviously would be Estinien with a brand new lance. And thus, high above the churning mists, did Hraesvelgr return, accompanied by the Warrior of Light riding on
Thus were the
Midgard's
notes
Somir.
of the dragon song rewritten. The din of war, giving way to a rising
Wow.
litany
I did
of
not realize how
peace
small Midgard's
and
Somir is compared to Hraesvelgr. And Hraesvelgr is his son. Yeah, I'm just chilling out my twin adder gear. Had I known I would be asked to be dressed in my Dragoon armor, I would have played this scene differently. Let us go our separate ways. From the memoirs of Count Hamon de Forton, Heavensward. Yeah, Count Edmond, you've had a lot to write about. You certainly have had a lot to write about over the last year. Yeah, I think we're done here. Yeah, I need to shake off my writer's cramp. So he just decided to leave the helmet there? Not taking it with him as a memento? Alright. Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. But yeah, I'm actually gonna come back to him dressed as the Asia Dragoon for this last part. Hey there, Ceramic. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness, when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending his way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Matthias. Thank you. What's up? 'Twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is that this places me at its pinnacle, an archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? Like, don't knock it. Oh, but these questions are for me to answer. It is not a man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so more must we reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. And we must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundaments of our legacy. Yeah, well said there, Sir Emmerich. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that Estinien has vanished from the slip room. His orphanage survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. That I shall do. Thank you, Matthias. And please, convey my warmest regards to Master Offenode. And so it is with Offenode that we close the chapter. But we have to get back to Fort Taunt Manor to do that. It doesn't act like he did in 6. I wonder what that means. Yeah, this time we'll just march right in. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I know it's not respectful for me to come in my Dragoon armor, but I think someone has to end this patch wearing it. Offenode, you spoke with Ceramic. I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with the detritus of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet, though her people may stumble from time to time, I've know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Ascian machinations and a seemingly endless procession of primals, but we must too walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. And with that, 10,000 gil, a wind-up Sir Emmerich, the Dragon Song Orchestrion roll, and an Alpine coat, likely from a gift from the Count himself. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. You may now travel to a selection of distant locales from the landing in Ishgard. That's cool, thank you. So yeah, whatever happened to the two eyes? So I imagine we'll come across them soon. And who might you be? Representative of the Warriors of Darkness? Yeah, I think you saw what we did. Yeah, it's about time we saw them showing themselves once again. So yeah, Nidhogg's about to have a new friend. So yeah, that's what we'll look forward to in patch 3.4. When that is made available. Like, why are we both... I had a feeling, like, why are we both throwing both eyes off the same side of the bridge? Shouldn't one throw one side, one throw the other side? And there's their Ascian friend. Thank you, Blaine House. You may not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected, then. You foresaw this, didn't you? Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. That would be me, right? No, that would be Alice. Yeah, Alice, what were you thinking? Thankfully, she's got a friend. Yeah. So Alice may finally get her first point in a main story in forever. Yeah, him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part and we will play ours. Like, do I have to do it this way? Like, I wanna kill stuff! Yeah, I did think I could definitely appreciate one in my throat right now. The shadow does indeed stir. And who knows how they'll torment us in patch 3.4 whenever that gets released. We're in the achievement Floor the Horde. Full glad am I to have such a distinction because, yeah, I saw someone else get this title after getting this thing, so yeah, the Dragon Song, Floor the Horde. But someone still needs to carry on the mantle of Azure Dragoon. And who better to do it than the Warrior of Light himself? So yeah, 4 hours and 48 minutes after this patch launch started on this live webcast, after going through the first 2 hours relatively easy, and suffering from a relentless attack from Race Valgar that just had to focus its attention on me, and then that was followed by the 2-hour nightmare that was the final steps of faith. It was like, holy crap. That was a nightmare, but yeah, am I gonna record anything else? No, it's 12:48 a.m. where I am, anime. It's 12:48 a.m. and I have to work tomorrow. Plus, on top of that, I have some very important volunteer work that I have to do over the course of the next couple of days, so I really won't be able to record anything, whether it be a live webcast or the continuation of an LP. But once Wednesday and Thursday are gone, and I can get those put aside, then I will start broadcasting live here on YouTube the side content for patch 3.3, and that will start on Friday evening. And that will feature the new side dungeon, the hard mode of Hullbreaker Isle, along with the Hildebrand Mysteries. Plus, hopefully, if we have enough time, we might even take a look at what the new version of the Void Ark will look like. And so, that will certainly be... You won't go try roulette for the next 3 weeks. And quite frankly, I don't blame you, Anna. Not in the slightest. Not even in the slightest. But, yeah, on Friday evening, we should get back to doing regular webcasts. And then in addition to that, we will start resuming getting towards the final part of Let's Play Shining Force 2, because that is about to be brought to a close. I only have a few battles left in that. And then, hopefully, next week, we can start on my new Let's Play as part of the hashtag Elite 6 series, a blind Let's Play of Okami. And so that is what you can look forward to seeing here at Let's Play at Novora Autism over the course of the next few weeks. And I, for one, certainly look forward to continuing to give you guys an experience that only I can deliver. And I want to thank all of you, whether you joined in right at the end or you've been here since the start. Thank you for your tireless and continued support of this channel and everything I do on it, no matter how amazing or how frustrating and infuriating it can be. You guys are awesome, and you guys deserve so much respect and credit for the fact that you stuck it out with me for so long. So, thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you on Friday as we begin on side content for Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, and I look forward to seeing you all there for our next live webcast. So, until next time, everyone, this is Matthew and Novora Autism saying take care, and I'll see you soon.